Wait, no, that wasn't it. Shit. Take two. Again, I'm not being endorsed by Smartwater. Yeah, more food. More foodie stuff. And this time, I need to quote the Caesars. Jerk it out. Yes. We be talking about beef jerky, because apparently that beef twerky was so good. I'm interested in trying other beef jerky. Actually, not just beef jerky. We'll get to that in a minute. So I've got some Tesco own brand stuff. I might look at the other shops in a second one. And then we've got the one which seems to be sort of everywhere, which is various ones from the Meat Snacks Group, whatever that is. So we'll start with the Tesco ones. And we will go with the generic, the original beef jerky, marinated and smoked beefy slices. The great thing about this stuff is once opened, keep refrigerated and consume within 3 days. So basically, you can tell what I'm snacking on tonight after I finish doing this. Oh, I've actually got squares. I've got two there. That's kidding. Oh, wow, that's proper beef jerky. Good looking silver side. Does look like an after 8 mint wafer. Open the lid. It certainly smells good. Some smoky stuff. It's good. It's good that the second thing is Demerara sugar, so that much, and also tomato puree. So let's see. When you get that juice, sort of when you bite in, not sort of when you bite into it, but I guess when it lingers around in your mouth. Oh, it's got a nice little. There is a little bit of paprika in it. Looking at the ingredients here, and some garlic powder. It's probably that as well, and pineapple juice. I don't remember that being in the teriyaki one. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So sticking with that, we'll move up in the spiciness scale. Also, I've realised there's one of those packets in. If you remember when I actually did the other stuff the last time, it's got the packets of absorbent in and whatever. So this is beef jerky, but this one is marinated in honey and chipotle chili. Chipotle. Just trying to have a look, see if the ingredients are any different. There's honey, chipotle chili, black pepper's a little bit down, apple juice. Ooh, apple juice. This one's apple, not pineapple. There is no pine in this, but there is certainly plenty of apple. I've done that so I can actually read the ingredients. I'll get 2 bits out. They not all seem to be in square shape though, which is a bit interesting. No, that's the closest. That bit's a little bit thinner, and that bit's a little bit thicker than usual, so I'll go with the thinner one first. Sort of the same colour, if a little bit darker, possibly. And again, no, I'd say it's sort of about the same. Let's see how spicy this. Oh, that's a paste. Ooh, that's interesting. Yep. It's good. It's good jerky because it's got the same juiciness when you chew into it, but then after a few seconds, that chili starts to kick in. Thankfully, it's not like blindingly hot. It's not like, whoa. Actually, now thinking about it, it is. Probably because I'm talking too much. Too much carbon's getting in. Carbon dioxide. Well, actually, no, it'll be the oxygen that I'm taking in that it's going to enhance it. Actually, it's the other way around. Still good. Haven't had bad shit yet. So then we get a bit different because this time it's beef biltong. I don't know who Bill is, but apparently he's a guy. Spirit vinegar, chili. Oh wow. Well, that would be chili because it is marinated in hot chili and warm spices. This looks to be at least at the bottom in way smaller bits. It's a bit worrying. Also worth noting, the jerkies just there were 175 grams per 100 of what you actually got in the bag. This is 200, so this will probably be juicier. In theory. And you know what happens with theories? MatPat makes them into game theories. Shout out to MatPat. You didn't watch him. Wow, so this is much more fragmented sort of bits. It's not really sort of made into squares or anything, so take a big old bit. Weirdly, that just, I don't know, that just tastes more like, there's a little bit of spice, considering how like chili is supposed to be the third ingredient. It wasn't as spicy as the other one was. It's a bit confusing. Let's take a whole giant bunch. See if we can kick it in that way. Engrossing stuff. I don't know, it's just, it doesn't seem as good. It's as if it's like a milder version, which is weird. I guess because it's marinated and it's not really with added stuff. Is that what it is? Is that why it isn't that hot and not that? I don't know. It still tastes good, but the biltong, it's not the same, man. I'll have to take eye of that with the other branded ones, and then because there has to be an odd one out to sort of go with the previous video, if it's going up in the order. If not, the video that's coming up. You know, all that pork. Well, they do pork jerky as well. Sweet and sour, which is marinated in spices, and pineapple juice. We're back to the pineapple juice. So, and again, this is actually pineapple juice as the third ingredient, and we've got the apples. So this is pineapple juice and apple stuff, but it's actually apple cider vinegar this time. Interestingly, so this should look a little bit, yeah. This obviously is going to look not like beef jerky because it's pork. Hence why, certainly it's a much pinker colour. Sort of like a bacon or a pork joint would be. The smell is very pineapple-y, which probably is more of a compliment for pork stuff. You know, pork cocktail sticks and all those really pineapple cubes that you got with them. Who cubes pineapples? I can never see them in the shops. I just see pineapples on their own. It's a nice bit of pork with a very substantial kick in pretty much from the immediacy, if I can say that word properly. As soon as it goes in, here's the pineapple, here's the pineapple. And then sort of a sharpness at the end, which may be more pineapple, it might be an element of the apple cider vinegar sort of kicking in with the pineapple. But, oh look, more bits. Ah. It's interesting. The biltong wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Well, certainly, well, no, I should get that right. The biltong looked to be sort of the grander lot of the three, but in essence, the jerkies actually were. So, I've not only have I got all that to eat, I've got bigger bags to eat, because apparently all these ones from the meat snack group are completely different. So that's jerky, that's biltong, and that's jerky. I think we'll go, just to be on the safe side, with the biltong first. So it's the same company, but this one is Kruger biltong, marinated prime lean beef, air dried and sliced. Is that why it's different? It's not actually smoked like jerky is. Have I finally cottoned on to the fact as to why it isn't that? The one thing I will say about the actual these branded ones, if I can, oh great, I actually didn't tear it properly, did I? Oh, that's good. As I spend 5 minutes trying to get this off. Ah, there we go. Didn't tear down far enough. The one thing I will say is, I don't know if you can actually see it, it's actually got a zip lock on. So you can actually just, once you're finished with it, just zip it up and be done with it. Of course, by doing that, I've actually left a load of air in it. So let's open it and try the goods. Well, this seems to be certainly more in the vein of biltong, at least when you look at it on paper. We've got quite a lot of thin sort of strips. So this is chili beef flavour. It's the only one that they had, at least in this range. Oh, this is caster sugar, not demerara. Ooh, so there's a bit of an interest. It's not brown sugar. It is the sugar that is white. So let's see how this goes. Now, you see, that's what I was expecting biltong to be like. That stuff is spicy. The weird thing is, I don't know whether it even lists chili in the thing. Let me look through the list. So, beef, spirit vinegar, salt, soy protein, castor sugar, spices, yeast extract, garlic, oregano, paprika. So I guess the spices must include the chili. That's interesting because, of course, the other biltong we had wasn't too spicy. This very much is. Wow, that actually is. Still good. You know, it's not like, ooh, this is disgusting. I seem to be lucky with my picks on this. It'll be like, mainly it's probably stuff that I think I'll like. You know, I am thinking of doing another sushi one. The stuff I did get for that went off because I completely forgot to do a video after way too long, so I've got to try and get some more. Normally I try and get it when it's cheaper, but if worse comes to the worst, and I'll be called in for a dramatic sort of help. It will be. We will next go to the, and this is the name that they sort of operate under more, the Wild West. And this is the original beef jerky. So we're back onto the jerky. I guess they might have had the hot and spicy one, so I'm just listing it on the back of here. I guess I just didn't pick it up because I was a scaredy cat. And also, you know, we've got 7 bags of stuff here. There's a lot to cover. God, that bag is impossible to open. There we go. Boom. Oh, good, the bloody thing was right at the top. The air humidifier thing. Bit not promising. Again, we've gone to the darker colour. Chocolate mint. So, let us see. Then it turns in. Okay, that sounded weird. So yeah. Like the jerky, it's more juicy. Which is weird, because the biltong's got more meat in, so you'd have thought that would have more juice. And, no, it just starts off juicy. And then, midway through, you start to get some of the pineapple, and then right at the end sort of get the spice. But yeah, pretty good. I'm sort of getting through these quicker, mainly because I want to eat all the rest of them. After I finished pressing stop, it would just be like, ah. And finally, the honey barbecue one. Sort of in and around the same as the honey one that I had with the chili. Though interestingly, this isn't as chili. It's barbecue, so it'll obviously have some stuff. But if you look at the back, they actually have sort of a grading thing, and it's sort of like right there. So it's more in the, if I can get it still, it's more of a sweet than it is. Sweet's the yellow, the red spicy. I'm guessing the hot and spicy one is probably going to be more spicy. It's just a guess. Oh, brilliant. That's actually gone crap. Thank God we have the luscious, beautiful paperclip that might or might not be able to help us. I need to burrow into the bag in order to, and that ain't going to be happening. Brilliant. Why didn't I bring a pair of scissors? This really... Can I pull it apart and... Oh, I sort of can. I might have broken the thing. Yeah, do that when you... says you need strong teeth for the... just for eating the thing, Ash. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. Sorry, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. Jeez, that... It's really not happening. I don't want to film this again. Because, can I go in with the shitty thing now? managed to get the hole. So, there we go. Saved! Sorry, I forgot we're not in Twitch chat. Saved! Let's get, again, that moisturiser thing. Pretty close. Seems to be, some of these seem to be a lot thicker and some don't. Weird. I'll go for this small bit first. Immediately. Just the sweetness of the honey. Probably complementing the sugar. And then you do get that sort of barbecue sauce twinge. Or tinge. At the end. Now, let's be a complete idiot. Here's some of the honey barbecue. Let's grab somewhat of a square chunk of generic. Let's seal that up. Just in the interest of team. And unseal this. Why the hell did I do this up? Especially because I now can't open it. There we go. I spoke too soon. We'll take a little bit of this. It's hard because obviously it doesn't complement it at all. Now let's go extremely weird. Oh no, which we'll put on the beef jerky next. Again, just one bit. The biltong, some more of that. So this is more finely cut, so it's hard to find a bigger chunks. Oh, we got some, actually. That's good. We take one bit of the pork jerky. This is sort of like, what the hell are you thinking about? That doesn't make sense. Let's go for that bit, because that's a big, old, or big-ish old chunk. And, oh good, there's stuff falling on the floor. 5-second rule. In fact, around where I am, it's probably about a 0-second rule. And that. So guess what this idiot's about to do? Oh god, it's all falling apart. Bottoms up. This is an interesting main event. It's weird how my mouth is processing it. I guess it's whatever I'm biting into that's happening next. Because it's literally like peaks and troughs of spicy sugar, spicy sugar, spicy sugar. Hold on. And nothing else. Yeah, it was just, I must have got some of the spicy biltong or the jerky and the barbecue and then, you know, the pineapple. It was all coming together. I shouldn't have done it with the biltong, because with all those little bits, it wasn't going to work. So if you excuse me, I've got a lot of jerky to eat. Is that a bad thing? Considering my size, once again, like with the pork scratchings video that may or may not already be out. Well, I guess the positive thing is if I filmed the pork scratchings one, I didn't die from that. So here's hoping?